The focus on this camera is stressing me out. Does my hair look okay? I don't need to be stressing over this right before the video. So, in January 2017, for the first time in its 10-year history, a survey by the American Psychological Association found a statistically significant increase in stress levels in the United States compared to the previous year. Over the course of the last decade, the APA has been conducting this study. It's called the Stress in America Survey. And what they found are three primary causes of stress in the U.S. money, work, and the economy. All very related. But that's not it. Because last year, new questions right before the election were added to the survey, and it indicated that the future of America was weighing heavily on people's minds. And according to the APA, this increased U.S. stress and anxiety levels significantly within both parties. Millennials were the most stressed generation, and people living in the cities were more stressed than those living in more rural areas. Almost twice as stressed, actually. And those with a higher level of education, believe it or not, tended to be more stressed leading up to the election as well. So what's the issue with stress, you ask? Why is it so important? Let me tell you. Mental stress impacts our physicality and our physiology. According to the Mayo Clinic, the following things occur with excess stress. The common physical and physiological effects include, but are not limited to, increased muscle tension, increased inflammation, increase in stress chemicals and hormones that may be harmful over time, like cortisol, which leads to systemic inflammation and dysfunction, headaches, increase in blood pressure, mental edginess, things like digestive problems, sleep problems, heart disease, diabetes, obesity. Mental stress leads to anxiety. And anxiety causes restlessness, lack of motivation and focus, feeling overwhelmed, irritability, anger, as well as sadness and depression. Yay! Behavioral changes for many people include overeating and undereating, angry outbursts, drug or alcohol abuse, tobacco use, social withdrawal, and less exercise. Now here are a few things that you can do that will help with your stress. Don't watch the news, ever. Practice mindfulness and let things go. Focus on the things that you can control, not those that you can't. And find help and ask for help if you need it. And last but not least, calm your nervous system. Reboot it with chiropractic care. Reboot your nervous system with chiropractic care? What are you talking about, Dr. Lou? Well, listen. Your brain is the processor of your entire body. It's what controls everything. It's like your main computer. Your brain is how you experience life, through your nervous system. And your brain communicates down through the spinal cord and out through the nerves of your spine. And if there's any irritation in those nerves, they don't work properly. They don't communicate life to the rest of your body properly. And then your body doesn't communicate back up to the brain properly, and mayhem ensues. Chiropractors remove irritation on nerves by adjusting the spine gently into better position, doing these four primary things: reducing inflammation, reducing muscle tension, repositioning and realigning the spine, and taking pressure off of nerves. All of this stuff helps you process your environment, handle stress better, and it makes your body less likely to run into and less likely to be vulnerable to aches and pains, which will cause even more stress, in addition to that you're getting from the news if you haven't stopped watching it yet. One of the most common things that people report when they're coming in to get adjusted regularly is feeling less stressed. It may be because of my jokes, but it may also be, and is more likely to be, because we're reestablishing proper communication within the nervous system. Listen, your brain and your nervous system are kind of like a computer that is slow. If you use a Mac, it's like the pinwheel, spinning around, right? When your computer is running slowly, what do you do? Or what is it suggested that you do? You turn it off, you restart it, and when you turn it back on, it's going to be running a lot more smoothly. The same thing happens in your body when your nervous system gets a reboot. Things work faster, they are more clear, they don't take as long to load. I want you to think of your nervous system as the thing that processes stress, because the reality is that is what processes stress. I want you to realize that if your nervous system is not able to process stress properly, the stress is going to affect your body in a more harmful way. With chiropractic care, your body will process stress better after we remove interference within your nervous system. Are you feeling sluggish? Do you feel fuzzy? Do you feel hazy? Do you feel overwhelmed by the stress of your environment and other people's environments? I mean, this stress builds up, it accumulates in our system. And the less functional our nervous system is, the harder it is on your body. The harder it is on your body, the faster you break down. You felt mental stress accumulate in your shoulders. Somebody's looking over you, yelling at you, you're watching something terrible on the news, and what happens? You go like this. You start to get tight. You start to feel contracted. You start to feel bad. Stress has a physical impact on our bodies. The problem is that with that physical tension, that contracture, that holding back, that guard that we put up, what happens with that is that chemical changes occur, not only in the muscles, but throughout our body. Like I said earlier, our cortisol levels go up. We're in this constant state of fight or flight, where we're this slurry of chemical mayhem, which does not bode well for our bodies over time. We're constantly in this fight or flight mode, right? That fight or flight mode was designed by something or someone to get us out of trouble when lions were chasing us in the desert, in the jungle, right? Now our lives are filled with lions, and we're over concerned about all these little things that accumulate and add up and create this constant fight or flight state. It's not healthy. It's not healthy, and it leads to premature aging. It leads to higher risk of chronic disease. Stress is one of our biggest enemies. If we're doing everything right and taking great care of ourselves, but we're neglecting our mental stress, we are doing ourselves a disservice. Every one of us knows of one person at least that mental stress is eating alive. Hopefully this video hasn't stressed you out, but listen, if you liked it, click like, share it with your friends, and subscribe to my channel. The sole purpose of this channel is to bring you information that's helpful to you, your family, and your loved ones, so that you can make better choices regarding your health and live longer, healthier, happier lives. You've got one. Get the most out of it.